Hi, this is Gina with GMI Design Group, and we're so glad you're here. Today, we're going to walk through our online project portal called Mydoma Studio. So by now, you have received an email with a password to invite you for access to our online portal called Mydoma Studio. Once you log in, you're going to go to the dashboard, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a bird's eye view of your entire project. You're going to view your projects here under quick links. Recently created projects, that's really more if you've done several projects with us and you may have several different spaces that we've worked on for you. And then messages. But we're going to first start with the quick links and look at your projects. In this particular example, we're going to go to sample project. Once you're in here, this is the first page that you're going to see for your project that we're working on for you right now. In general, on this page, you're going to have just a general welcome, a little bit about what we're going to do, and an opportunity to click to find some still shots of how to navigate this if you don't want to watch the video again. The first place I want you to go is contracts. We kind of talked about this a little bit whenever we were doing our consultation. We handed you a folder with our terms of service so you can review that. This is where I would like for you to check that you understand and agree to our terms of service. We also talked about the customer's own trade liability waiver. That just kind of explains that if we are not the ones that are going to be contracting your project, that this is where you need to check, and you guys are responsible for your securing the trades to accomplish the work. The photography release, pretty simple. We won't use your name. We just want the ability to put before and after pictures because those are pretty awesome. Once you have clicked that you approve of these, click. The next place I want you to go is documents and files. Under documents and files, the first thing that you're going to see is a copy of your design agreement, which is our contract for the scope of work that we're going to be doing, as well as a retainer receipt. This will always be in here, so it's always available to you. A second thing I have in here are those still shots to help you kind of navigate how exactly do you use Mydoma if you don't want to go through this video again. Next is appointments. If we set up a design review, we'll talk about that a little bit, or if we have a trade day, or if we want to schedule an appointment for us to go and say, pick out fabric at a resourcing center. And the next place is notes. You may not see anything underneath there. A lot of times we just use this for internal reasons, talking to contractors or between us here in the store, so we can make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, the next place I want you to go to is spaces. Now under spaces, you can have several different rooms. Right now we just have a sample kitchen plan. Once you are in the kitchen plan, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see just a general overview of the project as we've described it. We may have a little bit about what to expect during the process, maybe an overview of the scoping that we discussed at our consultation. This is also a place that you're going to start finding eventually some three-dimensional pictures, before pictures, drawings, elevations, things of that nature. We will also have another link to appointments over here on the left. So if you do not see information like that, up here in the upper left corners, 3 little dots, project menu, sometimes it wants to hide. So just click that and it'll come right back. So info is the first thing that you're going to see. Appointments, you're going to need that for design review. Again, under notes, you may not see anything, but sometimes there's some details that we want to let you know about. For example, if there's going to be a long lead time on your cabinets, we're going to make a little note there so you know. Estimates. Again, this may not be something that you see for a little bit, but once we're getting to the point that we need to start making some decisions, we'll have an estimate in here for you to look to see what your whole project's going to be. Proposal. Proposal is actually the product list. So you won't see this until we have our design review. Now, once you're in proposal, this is where the products are. We are going to be able to accept or flag for revision any of the products that we've picked for this project. We will sit down and look at these in person at our design review, and then you will be able to have access to this after our design review. The first two items that we have in here are paint. If you know that you love those, all we need to do is click the check mark and it's approved. Then you're going to see that we have grouped some items together. For example, that happens a lot with, say, cabinetry, where there's lots of little bits and pieces. That way it's really organized. You'll be able to do the same thing. If you like everything about the cabinet plan, you can just click right here and everything within that grouping is going to be approved. If you like one thing and you don't like another, you could go down to the individual items and either click Approve Product, or you can hit the flag. Now the red flag is something that I want to explain to you. There's several different options whenever you hit the flag for revision. You can say that you want to revise it because of the color, the price, style, it's too big, it's too little, and other. If it's clear cut that it's just too expensive, hit the price. What we'd love for you to do, however, is to hit other. Whenever you hit other, it gives you an opportunity to tell us a little bit more about why you want us to take another look at that item. Once the item has been flagged, it moves back up to the top of the proposal list, so we know right off the bat that that is something that we need to address. And as we're going back down here, you're going to see that we've grouped together, say, backsplash. And in the notes here, it says that this price, quantity, $1,241.95. That's all fake. That cost includes the tile, installation costs, and the setting materials. You may not see all of those little bits and pieces. What you really want to know is the bottom line. So we've got that in there. Again, you've got approval on the check mark or flag for a revision on the little red flag. As we are going through here, at the very top of proposal, we have a running total. This helps us know if we are staying within your estimated budget. As we're doing the proposal, we are also putting in trade costs. So that will include the contractors, the installers, the tile setters, all of that information. So we can, kind of watch, do we need to pull back a little bit or do we have some margin? So that's proposal. The next place we want to go to is deliverables. This is very important as far as the potential of what it has in here. Now on the proposal side, we're going to give you small glimpses of each product. Deliverables gives us an opportunity to expound on those things. For example, on cabinetry, we're going to want to give you elevations and 3D room shots of several different angles in the room. It's just a little easier to look at it in this space. If we have revisions, you can see that we have revisions in here. This is also a place that you can approve. If we have more than one option, say for a kitchen design, you can approve one and just leave the others alone and we'll know which one you like. This is also a great place to look at our project calendar. Now, in the Mydoma Studio, you and I are not the only people that have access to this. We have everybody as far as GMI Design Group goes, so everybody's on board with what's happening with your project. We also have our contractors, and so this is a great place that they can see what products we're going to need to use, and so they can put together their scoping documents a little bit more accurately. Plus we have the calendar, so if we need to change time, you're going to see it in a live time frame. And then of course the last thing that's really fun is the mood board. Everybody loves a mood board. This just kind of shows how everything kind of looks together, separate from the 3Ds that we have. All right, so we've talked about the project side of this. Let's talk a little bit about messaging. This is the place that we really want to do all of our communication. So easy to delete text, so easy to delete emails. Everything in here is available always for everybody at GMI Design Group and our trade, so everybody's on board. You'll see up here at the upper right, we have the little chat button with a orange circle next to it. That means that there's a message there. Well, let's just click that thing. As you can see, we have one message in our project, and this is in regards to the sample kitchen plan. This is just a welcome, and this is a test of the messaging system. We're going to say hello down here, and that is going to go to everybody that has access to this project. And that's about it. Again, if you have any other questions about how to navigate these, go back to Documents and Files, and you will see how to use Mydoma Studio in there. Of course, we'd be happy to help you if you have any questions, but we're so excited to get started with you. Thanks.